Good morning. Today is Friday, December 29th, and it is the last trading day for the year 2023. The time right now in Singapore is 9:15 in the morning, and overnight we can see very little activity on equity markets. We can see US equity market continue to edge higher. We have the Dow Jones Industrial Average cash index trading to the fresh all-time high at 37,778.85 overnight, and this is the highest it has ever traded, and I'll be very, very interested to see how it closes by tonight. If the market, for whatever reason, unravels, that will actually put a very interesting spin going to 2024. So look out for how the market closes by tonight. In the S&P 500, we have market conditions that the market is still challenging the all-time high, which was last traded on January the 4th last year. The high traded overnight was 4,793.3, whereas the all-time high traded on January the 4th, 2022 was at 4,818.62. So we are basically a hairbreadth away from challenging the all-time high. However, do know that this is the only major equity index that has yet to break into a fresh all-time high, unlike the Dow Jones as well as the Nasdaq. So we can see how this market is lagging so-called behind all the other major equity index. In the Nasdaq 100, we can see fresh all-time high again. No surprise here, as this market has been led by tech stocks rally throughout the whole of 2023. So the high traded in the Nasdaq cash index is 16,969.17, and this is only marginally above the all-time high traded on November 22nd, 2021. Then the high was at 16,764.86. So it will be very interesting to see how they close. Can it close above this level at 16,764.86? And why is that important? Because that was an all-time high before the 16,969.17 traded last night. Okay, and over in Asia, we can see that the Nikkei 225 is still struggling. We have the market actually trading lower yesterday at to 33,260 before bouncing up this morning in early Tokyo trading at 33,620 in the futures contract trading in Osaka. So I suppose this market is looking to take the lead from the Wall Street itself, which actually favors the downside, in my opinion. So do watch out for further losses in the Nikkei 225. Whereas in Hong Kong, we can see Hong Kong has actually done well yesterday. We can see prices finally broke above the October-November close, which is above 17,000 to a height of 17,199. And this is en route to test the 17,300 to 17,550 that we have been mentioning all this while, with special attention centering around 17,369 to 17,481. So do look out for further gain, but I think it's going to be quite limited in scope. Over in the dollar itself, you can see dollar index continue to edge lower to test the 100.32. So we can see the market actually have a somewhat of a rebound, and this rebound has been anticipated for quite some time. The round number of 100 is actually a very convenient levels for the dollar index to finally find a bottom, and this occurs at 100.45 to 100.48, which has been highlighted in previous updates. So the low at 100.32 bounce is no surprise. So here going forward, we should be favoring, at least in the near term, a continuation of the bound in the dollar index. Okay, and that means that the other principal currency have a good chance of actually unraveling. We can see euro to dollar traded to an overnight high at 1.1139 before losing ground to test the 110.50 levels, currently trading at 110.80. So I think short term we do expect some kind of a technical pullback in the principal currency. We see that also in the British pound. We can see sterling versus the dollar traded to an overnight high of 128.27 before pulling back. Market tested the 127 even. It's currently trading at 127.44 levels. So the downside is currently being favored, at least for the short term. In dollar versus the yen, we can see as the dollar index bounced, the dollar yen too bounced, but it actually bounced it actually traded a little bit lower than expected. I was expecting somewhere between 140.68 to actually hold, but the market went down to 140.25, which is also not too bad. Technically speaking, that is a 200% extension of the initial fall from just under 152. So we can see that this market is also trading very technical right now. I do expect some kind of near-term bounce to probably test the 143 levels. Over the Aussie, we don't see a lot of pullback yet. The high trade traded is at 0.6870. So among the principal currency, Aussie seems to have pulled back very, very little on the comparative basis. But again, if the dollar wants to bounce, that will mean that Aussie would have no choice but to ease back as well. And over in the precious metals, we can see precious metals again pull back from the high traded overnight at $2,088.55, which is actually smack between a area of interest to me. That is an order block between $2,081.73 to $2,090.56. So the high at $2,088.55 is no coincidence. So I do see this as part of a corrective pullback going into 2024. So the key question is, where will it settle? Will it settle below $2,000, or will it stay above $2,000? Because that will have major implication going to 2024. This is a market that is lower to buy, in my opinion. So if you want to sell this gold or precious metals for that matter, be very, very aware that this market is in a major bull run in the long term. In the short term, in all time frame, it is basically favoring the upside. And over in the silver market, we did see silver actually pulling back to $23.87 this morning, and this looks like a consolidation period. I think the low at $23.64 should be able to hold, and even if it's just been taken out, I don't think it will be a major unraveling of this very bullish setup that we see. Okay, over in the oil market, oil continues to see pullback as the situation on the Red Sea seems to have quieted down a lot, because major commercial shipping lines are now restarting piling back into using the Red Sea, which is connected to the Suez Canal. And this is, of course, on the back of the war that's ongoing in Gaza between the Israeli defense forces and the Hamas militant. We can see that the Houthis in Yemen has been very vocal, and there actually has been very actionable in the sense that they are actually targeting vessels, especially those that can be traced to Israeli companies. Then they are attacking those vessels, whether they are tankers or whether they are just cargo vessels, to the point whereby right now US has organized a protection force comprising of 20 nations to actually safeguard the passage through the Red Sea. So for a time being, we do see a pullback, but I think this pullback is temporary. The situation in Gaza has not eased. Overnight, we hear reports that the IDF, which is the Israeli Defense Forces, has gone back to pounding the Gaza Strip again. So it does not look like it's going to end anytime soon. So this will be supportive of crude oil prices, at least in the medium to long term. And over in the Bitcoin, yeah, this is something that I want to talk about. I did mention yesterday that this market has been in consolidation with higher lows and higher highs. Lower highs and higher lows. So we can say that the high traded so far this year at 44,715, and the low traded recently is at 40,234. So the market has been trading within this band of prices, roughly about 4,500 points within this band of prices for quite some time now. And overnight, we can see the market climb back down from a high of 43,814 to test the 42,000. And we can see that tonight there's something very important that's going to happen. We have the option expiration, and this option, notional value is going to be huge, if northward of $10 billion. So that option expiration will actually kick in at 9 p.m. Singapore time, just when New York market opens. So do watch out for explosive move in the Bitcoin arena. If the market closes above 44,000, holder of call options will pocket more than $1 billion in their trade. Okay, if the market closed below 41,900, holders of put options will actually win, but the odds of that happening is actually pretty low. Right now, data suggests that the market is favoring those holding put options. So there is a massively, I would say significantly, an advantage to holder of call options. So do watch out for possibly a continuation of this rally after tonight trading. So do watch out. In the meantime, as like I said, this is the last trading day for the year, and I want to wish all of you a great year ahead. And I'm not sure whether the new year will be any better, but it's definitely going to be more volatile because events are unfolding, and it does look like 2024 is going to be a very volatile year. So if you are not coming for my webinar, which is going to be on Sunday, where I do a wrap up for 2023, I will see you in the beginning days of the new year, definitely. And this is where I will continue my updates. In the meantime, you take care and have a great year ahead. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.